Jeremiah, we can read something like this. I know the thoughts I have for you. Thoughts of peace and not destruction. July the 3rd, 2012. Those words would ring in our heads. They would echo. Thoughts of peace and not destruction. After seeing David laying there, how could you think there's thoughts of peace and not destruction? July the 10th, God showed me who is in control. Thoughts of peace and not destruction. Tonight, I want every one of you to look to your right and you look to your left and you think thoughts of peace and not destruction. How could anything good come out of this? Well, we can see a lot of good. A community like this, I should say a nation like this. We have people here from Pennsylvania. I've talked to people from Ohio, Maryland, Michigan, Illinois, and I don't know, there might be more. Thoughts of peace and not destruction. David's health, as you know, most of you know, he is at home. We moved him home a few weeks ago. And I think I can say we have seen some very positive changes, some good changes, some gains. He seems to be much stronger. We would still consider him in a coma. He will not talk, even though one of the boys said they heard him say 3 words. Kevin, the youngest son, was talking to David, and he said, "Dad, you don't even know who I am, do you?" In a very quiet, weak voice, he said, "Yes, you're Kevin." Those are some of the changes we're seeing. He moves more. He uses his hand. He might rub his eyes. He might do purposeful things where we did not see. He responds if we ask him to move your leg or kick or whatever, to do something. If you want an example, he was sitting on the chair. He likes to sit out of the chair. Out of bed, they put him out of the chair maybe 3 hours a day. And he likes that. And they said, "Okay, David, time to go back to bed." And then one of the girls said, "Well, if you don't want to go to bed, kick your foot." Nothing happened. He said, "Well, I guess you're going back to bed." So then his foot started moving. So those are some positive things that we're seeing since David's at home. He is doing some his therapy. The therapists are very pleased with what they see, the strength he's gained, and all that. So thoughts of peace and not destruction. Many people have asked me about the farm tonight. The cattle, his herd, milking herd, has been sold. That was back in the summer, late summer. The herd was sold. Still has some young stock there. The plans for the spring, the neighborhood will again pull together. And they will put out some crops for David. So he has at least a cash crop, which is going to help. That's the plans for the spring. That's about all I had. Looking over this crowd again, I was thinking, how can we as a family, how can we as a community even thank each other? I think on one of the updates I said, I hope sometime I can return some of this. I have changed my mind. I in no way, under no circumstances, could I ever return this. It's not for me to return. This is a favor done from everybody. And it's the Lord, He will return. It's not for me to return. We cannot return this. All we can do is say, thank you.
feelings are just like Floyd's. I'm up here with mixed feelings. But I think the main thing I want to say is thank you for everybody that came out, friends far and near, known and unknown. Just thanks for coming out. The neighborhood has been overwhelming, the church has been overwhelming, and who is our neighbor? I was thinking about this evening. So we can read that in the Bible, who our neighbor is. I think one of my favorite verses in the Bible is in Psalms. I like the Psalms. This is chapter 37. King David said, I was young, now I am old. I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. This is very true in our lives. I had a poem I was going to recite, but I think time's running out. So for now, let's bow for a silent prayer. Thanks again. God bless you all.
We're going to have some featured items now sold. These are very special. Some of these featured items have been put together by people that know the family very well. So feed your hearts, have lots of fun, enjoy the evening, and thanks again.